Welcome to the FX Options Weekly Outlook, a weekly podcast series hosted by Jason Ayres, a top instructor, trader, and founder of OptionSource.net. Join Jason as he discusses the latest trends in the Forex market with a look ahead on the US dollar versus the major currencies using the most commonly used technical indicators.
Hi there and welcome to the ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for November 15th, 2010. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net. Let's start off with a look at the weekly chart of the US dollar index. This is a great way to gain perspective as to how the US dollar has been trading against a basket of currencies. While the dollar index staged a substantial rally, putting in one of the most positive weeks we've seen in a while. The 78.79 focal zone remains a key overhead resistance. Now, after such a substantial move, we are open to the possibility of a bearish retracement, possibly testing the upper range of this 76.77 focal zone. However, a break above 78.5 opens the window for a move towards 80. Now, the daily chart reflects the strong overhead resistance at the 78.5 focal zone much more clearly. We would like to see a break and a possible consolidation above the 78.5 level to lend further credibility for a continuation higher. Let's take a look at the CDD, the US versus the Canadian dollar. Well, the CDD bounced off of the 100 level, suggesting a possible strengthening US dollar against the Canadian dollar. Now, this break above 101 opens the window for a push towards this 102-103 focal zone. Next up, the YUK, the US versus the Japanese yen. Well, the YUK broke 82 and spent the better part of the week consolidating above this level. Now, although we could see a retracement back down towards 81.5, our next upside target is 83, 83.5. Let's take a look at the EUI, the US dollar versus the euro. Well, the EUI broke resistance at 72.5 and managed to hold on despite some indecision last Friday. We would like to see some form of a continuation pattern this week to lend further credibility to a push towards 74.5, 75.5 as the next upside target. Well, the BPX spent most of last week consolidating between 62 and 62.5 as the US dollar continues to consolidate against the British pound. Now, a break above 62.5 opens the window for further US dollar strengthening. However, failure to hold this level here is likely to yield a test all the way down to the 60.5, 61 lows. Well, the US dollar gained considerable ground against the Australian dollar, closing last week with a break above 100. Now, we are anticipating a slight pullback down to test 100 for support. However, we do have an upside target of 103, 104 should the AUX continue to the upside. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index rallied as high as 78. Consolidation above this level opens the window for further US dollar strengthening against most of the major currencies. The CDD broke above 101, showing signs of bullishness. 102, 103 will act as a strong overhead resistance. The YUK consolidates above 82. If this level holds, we will be targeting 83, 83.5. The EUI broke above 72. We will be watching to see if this level holds as support. 74.5, 75.5 represents our measured upside resistance level. The BPX consolidates within the 62, 62.5 focal zone. A break above 62.5 opens the window for a push higher. The AUX broke the 100, 101 resistance level. Consolidation above this level will have us targeting 103, 104. And this has been your ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for November 15th, 2010. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net. Thanks for joining me here this week. We'll see you here next week.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary, visit www.fxoptions.com. Become an OptionSource.net member. Visit www.optionsource.net. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in US dollars and have a European-style exercise.